And let's bring in once again from the TDP, Mr. Annam Reddy, who's joining us on this broadcast. Reddy Garu, take us through what you were telling us earlier, sir, but what the report highlights.
Yeah, ma'am, it's like this, okay? These samples of one of the, for two trucks, I would call it 2 tankers, okay? 2 tankers or 3 tankers where samples were sent to the National Dairy Development Board in Gujarat. Because the reason being that this is one of the premier agencies in Southeast Asia, and their labs are one of the best equipped labs in Southeast Asia, not in India alone. And they're known for their accuracy and the way they get things done. Now, the report which has come has been shocking. The report clearly says, out of the 5 samples, all the 5 samples are tainted with animal fat, with fish oil, and with lard. Lard is what? Lard is nothing but animal fat. So we are not only talking about beef here. We are talking about dead animals where the fat has been melted and mixed with ghee and supplied to the Tirumala temple. So it's not 1 or 2 samples, and it is a lab which is well-renowned, and there is no doubt that this committee which was put in place by Chandrababu Naidu as soon as the NDA government came into power was headed by Mr. Surendranath, who is the principal secretary, retired principal secretary of the Dairy Federation of India, and also with Suvarnalata, who is a senior most professor in veterinary University of Tamil Nadu, Telangana.
Reddy Garu, in such a case, with these kind of allegations coming to the fore, what do you think was the trigger? Is it because you got it cheaper? Is it because the products were received cheaper? Is that why the YSRCP-led TDP did it then? Or do you think that, it was an intentional affront to Hindus?
Ma'am, see, the price which they had given it was at 230. And at that time, the Karnataka Milk Federation, which is headed by the government of Karnataka, their brand name being Nandini Ghee, they were the primary suppliers of ghee to Tirumala. They were unable to supply at that rate. The reason being that cow ghee is very, very expensive. If you want a good cow ghee, is almost 1,000 rupees a kg. So how the hell is somebody going to supply so many thousands of tons at 240 rupees? It is ridiculous because it is not viable. It is not viable for anybody.
But the question that then arises, this is the temple board that's the richest. Huge funds are pumped into the TTD. Where is the money going if not for ensuring that all the devotees who come in there get the best of facilities, get what they're paying for? And that's a question everyone will ask. Mr. Reddy, thank you very much for joining us here on India Today. The details that have emerged from this report will raise serious questions right now of the YSRCP on whether they played with the sentiments of crores of Hindus. So far, they've maintained that this is absolutely untrue. They've demanded that Chandrababu Naidu swear in the name of Lord Balaji that this is actually the case. But now with this report coming in, it changes everything.